And 3, 2, 1. Country road, take me home to the place.
To the place. I don't know the lyrics.
To West Virginia.
I don't know what comes after West Virginia.
Take me home, country road.
You know him, Darren.
Till the last credit.
Country road, take me home to the place. Okay, we can go. Go ahead.
Till the last credit here, coming to you guys with another podcast.
Oh my god, I'm going to beat your face in.
And today, we're going to be talking about Kingsman, The Golden Circle.
Darren, mute his side, please.
I couldn't help it. I had to do it.
I'll make sure to do that for you.
Look, I need to be the Kingsman, and you guys can be the statesman. You guys got to talk in country accents.
I'm down with that. I'm a writer from the South, you know.
Okay. Till last credit here, coming to you guys with another review. And today we're going to be talking about Kingsman, The Golden Circle. Now, Kingsman, The Golden Circle is the sequel to 2014's smash hit, Kingsman,
Stop spending an entire country, Dylan.
What? Did you say stop spinning an entire country?
Offending.
You can do that?
How am I offending?
Your shitty English accent.
Whatever. Kingsman, The Golden Circle is a sequel to 2014's hit Kingsman, The Secret Service, directed by Matthew Vaughn, and which happens to be Darren's favorite movie of 2014.
Yeah.
It's 2014.
It is? It was 14?
It's 14.
It was
14? It was 15, yeah, because Age of Ultron
came out the same day as 50 Shades of Grey.
No, it's 14.
It's 15. I bet my
Look it
life.
up.
You look it up.
It was 14.
Aaron and I want to say, so you have to look it up.
Did you just say fucking, you bet your life?
I bet my life. Yeah, I would bet my life on it being in 2015 because it is.
I know it is, but just... Miller.
I know. That movie is 2015. I'll look it up. And
it's February 13th, 2015. For some reason, it said 2014. And I was just like, oh god. But no, it's 2015. It came out on February 13th, 2015.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yes, see, it says 2014 on IMDb, but then it says February 13th, 2015. That's weird.
Don't trust IMDb, and I think I got pushed back.
It did get pushed because it was supposed to come out in October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then. Anyways, so today we're going to be reviewing Kingsman, The Golden Circle, and we all like the first movie. I love the first movie. Darren loves the first movie. Miller likes it. Me and Miller did not feel the same about The Golden Circle, but Darren, I think you did. So what did you think?
Well, I feel like 3 sheets of wind in the trailer park. I'm joking. No, okay, but
What the fuck? 3 sheets of wind in the trailer park? What?
3 sheets of wind means drunk, so I feel drunk in the trailer park. Okay, well, I'm a cat corner. I just looked up a bunch of southern slang. Anyway, to the point at hand, I love this movie. It has its problems, but I still really fucking like this movie. This is some of the most fun I've had in a theater so far. I think Matthew Vaughn has really crafted a great follow-up to Kingsman: The Secret Service. It still has all the zaniness. It has more zaniness than the first one. It still has a bunch of cool characters, the gadgets galore, a cool villain. I mean, it just has everything that I wanted to see from the sequel and more, and stuff I didn't expect. I guess we'll get into negatives later, or now, or
overall thoughts.
Okay, well, yeah, it still has some problems. I think it still takes. It still has some problems. I think it takes some things from the first that it shouldn't have, but. Yeah, I think overall, man, I still really enjoy this movie, and this is definitely up there in my favorite films of the year so far, and I can't wait to see it again.
Miller, what did you think?
The movie was alright. It was fun, but it also could have used. It could have been a lot tighter.
I feel mostly same way about Golden Circle as Miller does. I think it's just okay. Has a lot of problems. Has some good action here and there, but has a lot of structural problems. And yeah. So Darren, what were some of your negatives and positives of Kingsman Golden Circle?
Well, I guess I'll just start with the positives first. Eggsy's arc. And how they brought all the characters back. I literally love what they did with Merlin. He has some great scene stealers. I like what they did with Colin Firth. That was one of the things that really worried me about the movie going in. That they would bring him back in a really stupid forced way, but they didn't. And I like also how both movies feel very connected. Like they're not taking, it's not taking away from anything that what happened in the first. Like the stakes are still there throughout both films. So I really like how they brought him back and how he was kind of suffering through the PTSD. He's not really the same person. So I really enjoyed that. And just seeing Colin Firth kick ass again is always fun. So, and I like I'm not going to spoil it just because I don't think we're doing spoilers, but the romance that Eggsy had with a certain character from the last movie, I actually really liked that. I didn't expect to like that, especially when she showed her face. I was like, oh, that's who that is. But they actually did a really good job with that, and the Statesmen are awesome. Halle Berry, Pedro Pascal, Channing Tatum. I thought they were all really cool. They all had their own moments to really shine. And as Dylan pointed out, the action in this movie is incredible. Henry Jackman's score really fits the scene as well, and George Richmond's. I don't think he came back from the sequel. Hold on, let me double check my checking. No, yeah, it's George Richmond. So George Richmond's cinematography. Yeah, I mean, I just really liked a lot about this movie. And Poppy, Julianne Moore's Poppy, she was super delightful. She's just a really sweet, sadistic woman, and yeah, I would have liked, just speaking of women, I would have liked to see more female roles in this movie. Just throwing that out there. But also Elton John. Elton John was amazing as well. I didn't really expect him to be as funny as he was, but Elton John was fantastic. But also just some of the things I didn't like was two things. One, like my two main problems with this movie is one, it's a lot of the beats from the first movie they took from this movie. I don't think they needed to repeat them. Like the guy with the in this movie you have a very suave villain, and the villain's muscle is this guy or girl or this person with a mechanical appendage of some sort. And like they're still in this secret facility. And I know you get that a lot with the spy films, but I just think they could have switch certain things up, not to compare her to what they did in the last one with Valentine, and just some of the beats they just they repeated. Like I don't think we needed to see the bar fight again. And I know they changed it up a little bit, but I don't think we needed to see that scene per se again. And also I do agree with us. A lot of people are talking about the runtime. I think it goes a little long, like I have been, but I think it goes a little long. But other than that, I still really enjoyed the movie.
That was good, Jay.
Miller?
It's hard to say exactly, but I like how it has that fun vibe that the first one did.
It's so fun.
I think it loses its freshness, which I don't know, maybe just part of the course, since it's a sequel. And I just thought there were points where it's not that the story, I mean there was parts where the story was bad, but it's not that the overall story say for a few things was bad per se. It was just or not that it wasn't that great, but you could have made it work still, but they kind of just padded everything down with too much stuff, and there were sequences that you could have just avoided and not had to use at all on characters where you could have just made them the same character. it, but yeah, and I agree with Darren that it was too long. I didn't have so much of a problem with it as everyone else did. Like, it wasn't like I thought, or I would be wanting to bang my head against the very comfortable recliner seats. So that definitely made it easier to watch the movie, or to watch any movie. But it wasn't like I wanted to bang my head against the seat. But it did feel long, and I think it just hurt a movie like this, and it really makes its flaws come more out in the open.
Yeah, I just want to jump in right quick. But my only thing, because I didn't really mind the length that, it's just they threw in something toward the end that kind of added to my negative about, and I won't say what it is, but this threw in an element with the character.
I mean, are we doing spoilers?
It's spoilers.
It is spoilers?
Everything we do is spoilers. So.
Well, shit, I
thought that was obvious.
I did not see that. But yeah, they do something with Agent Whiskey at the end where they bring in, when they bring him back and they explain his motivation, I was just like, we already killed the bad guy. Everything's kind of done. Like,
that was weird.
Yeah. I mean, which we got something which I wanted to see, which goes kind of back to my positive from the last movie. I wanted to see Eggsy and Colin Firth team up. Eggsy and Harry team up. That was pretty cool to see, but other than that, like, and also Eggsy jumping through fucking Whiskey's lasso, that was fucking awesome. But yeah, I just don't think they needed to tack that on because it just made the movie go a little longer.
Yeah, he should have just died.
Yeah.
He died.
Okay, my turn. First off, the action, to get into positives, the action for the most part is good. There is nothing in this movie that comes even remotely close to that church scene.
Jizz so much over that fucking
seriously.
church.
And can I say also just
like,
I don't mind that. I know a lot of people. I haven't read any of the reviews yet. I haven't seen anybody say that. But I don't care if there wasn't another church scene in this movie.
I don't think it needs to look like that was great in that movie.
Yeah, seriously, I don't like because the ending fight and Poppy's main thing was enough for me, and also a lot of the other fight sequences. In this
it was
movie,
really low scale too.
Yeah, and I don't care if there was another.
Not that whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to top themselves. But sorry, Dylan, go ahead.
I mean, if you're the problem is it's not necessarily that they didn't top it. It's that it's more that it's so much worse because the action is still good. It's just not near as good as it was in the last movie, and that's because like it seemed like Matthew Vaughn was like, okay, everyone loved the church scene in the last movie, so let's make every single action scene in the movie just like that. And that seemed like what he was trying to do.
I do get it.
And I didn't think it worked because it made the action feel less exciting because it was just the same thing each action sequence. Although it's still fun, it's still cool, it's just not near as good as it was in the last movie because it just doesn't feel as unique. Let's see, what else? The cast, for the most part, is great. Taron Egerton, he's great. Colin Firth is great. Everyone in the movie's great. Especially Channing Tatum. It's just set up for this third movie, though, but that's whatever. I was so pissed about that too because like they hyped his character. They seemed like hyped his character up so much.
Well, it seemed like he wasn't going to be in a lot of it at first, but then they started in the marketing, and you're like, oh, is he going to be a part of it, a big part of it? Then he really wasn't.
Yeah, I found out today. Originally, Pedro Pascal, Agent Whiskey's lasso was supposed to be Channing Tatum's lasso, but they had to switch it in the process because Channing's schedule got mixed
Wait, so
up.
Channing Tatum, they were going to be the same character or not?
I didn't read that far in. I don't know if Whiskey was just a different character, but there was footage of Tatum using the lasso and the CinemaCon footage, but they just had to switch him around. But yeah, because I was a little peeved about that, but I think they used Channing enough to make me happy. And if there is a third film, there'll be another one. And also, Whiskey was cool enough to be a replacement.
The cinematography is really cool. The score is great. It's really exciting. The soundtrack, like with Saturday's Good Night for Fighting, whatever it's called,
Wednesday.
That's used in the not final fight, but close to final fight. It works really well. And the songs used in the car fight is great. Let's see. Matthew Vaughn's direction is, for the most part, really good. It's just the writing, I think. But he didn't write it, so...
He did write it.
He did write it?
It was Jane Goldman and Matthew Vaughn.
Oh, okay. I knew Jane Goldman wrote it. I didn't realize that Matthew Vaughn wrote it with her. It's like, it starts off really good, and it's like, okay, I'm into this, and then you get to like the deaths when Julianne Moore blows up the Kingsman plays, and then Roxy dies. It is completely meaningless. It has no weight on the movie. It has no weight on the movie. It's used as a joke, and her character, they just, like Darren was saying earlier, they built her character so much in the first movie, and then they just wasted that potential in this movie.
Friend said that.
Huh?
I said, yeah, my friend said that. Just
okay. And then
I mean, but I
like
think
this.
I hated it, but I think it still had weight because it did haunt Eggsy. Like, Eggsy wasn't just like, oh, well, she's dead. Like, he did, like, care about her. I think it's a stupid death, but I think it's not
that's like, he cared about her, but it's only shown in like that one scene where they drink, where him and
well, I mean, they can't harp on the entire movie.
Yeah, and also like when he kills, like every single time he was just like they drunk to her, and also like when he killed Charlie, he was just like this for Roxy. Like he kept bringing that up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I kept forgetting what it's like. Whenever they say a different name, I'm like, is that the pug or is that his friend? Like,
oh my gosh.
So Roxy's death was just kind of stupid. And it's like you have this strong female character right here that you can use that isn't just Eggsy's wife or just that hot girl that was in the movie. You have this strong female character here, and they just kill her off.
Yeah.
Okay, that girl, the other girl in the movie that was Eggsy's wife. There was no reason that they could have just not had, like, they just had that entire, either sent Eggsy to that music festival alone or have the Game of Thrones guy do it. Because it seemed like they just had him get with that girl just to create a conflict with his girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the reason.
Well, I know it was a reason, but I just mean it just felt like easily avoidable. Like, he could just let the other guy do his work, and like it seemed like, oh, I don't want to cheat on my girlfriend, but I don't want to let this other guy beat me.
Yeah,
and there was like not like you guys are working together. Like, get the fuck over yourselves.
And then when Julianne Moore blows up like the Kingsman place or whatever, I think that's when the movie starts to go downhill, because after that it's just until like the third act really kicks in. It's just like set up, exposition, set up, exposition, set up, exposition, and it's like, okay, I'm tired now. Another thing, Julianne Moore's villain is horrible. I
wouldn't say horrible, but there are parts where I'm like, I don't really know what she's doing.
At first, I was kind of like, okay, I see where this is going. It's not that great right now, but I think it'll get better. And then she just got so fucking annoying, and I was just like, please, every scene, I was just begging them to just cut to something else, just anything else, please. The entire mess, I can't really, what is the message of this movie? Is it legalized drugs? What is it?
I guess that not all drug users are bad.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not saying drugs are good.
And yeah, it's also because even when the guy's just like, "I'm never touching that shit again," so I mean,
but
I didn't really look into the message that much because I was just like, explosions. So,
well, the message, whatever whatever they were trying to say about drugs just kind of felt weird, and the entire thing with this was like I think the dumbest thing that the movie did was the giant fucking super prison that the president had in the fucking dome thing or whatever. I was like, what? What? That was like the stupidest thing ever. And I kind of thought the whole president thing was kind of stupid, but
felt kind of random.
Yeah, and just kind of out of place. I mean, yeah, the movie has some good things in it. It's fun for the most part. It's just it's not near as good as the first one, obviously, and it's just got a lot of writing issues. Oh yeah, and the way they explained how Colin Firth was still alive was really dumb.
I think it felt like sense.
It just, I guess it made sense.
It made sense because they had a thing to make it make sense because this movie just creates its own rules.
Yeah, my only thing when that happened, I was just like, so, you guys gonna give that to the public or?
Yeah, seriously.
I was just like, that could save a lot of lives.
Oh,
No, but they're a secret spy organization.
And I kind of thought that the entire thing with Colin Firth's character or whatever was once he got his memory back, I was good. I was like, okay, this is cool. But everything up until then, I just thought was boring. But yeah.
I like. This is random, but I just like how when Channing Tatum takes the sip of the whiskey, and he's just like, "This would make you want to slap your mama." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, what?
Is that right? Is that right before the veins started coming in?
The what? No, yeah, that was before the veins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was just like, "This make me want to slap your mama." I'm like, that's a saying? Okay.
Yeah, that is a saying. That's not a joke. I've heard it before.
Oh, okay. I still really like this movie. I think. Look, it doesn't have all the things that made although it has too many of the things that made the first one work. But I still think it's still a solid sequel that follows this one, and I want to see more. I cannot wait to see, because I was talking to this with my friend I saw the movie with. Like, this is what, and I don't need James Bond to completely be what Kingsman was in this movie, but I miss the zaniness of James Bond a little bit. I miss, like, the craziness and the weird layers and everything, and I like that Kingsman does that. I like that Kingsman isn't afraid to go a little farther and push the boundaries a little farther and, like, they're, like, fighting fucking robot dogs at the end of this movie named Benny and Jet. Yes! Like, fuck yes, I love that shit. So, yeah, I just really appreciate this movie. I love it. It's fun. And I can't wait to see more. False Society, can't wait to see more.
No.
It's alright. It has some fun. It has a lot of funness to it. So, I think it's worth seeing for that, but it just also has a lot of problems that could have easily been avoidable.
Yeah, I think it's fun, but has a lot of writing problems and things. But what did you guys think of Kingsman: The Golden Circle? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like and check out all of our other reviews. I spent like 20 minutes earlier today sorting out, making playlists for our commentaries, our reviews, and stuff like that. So you can go check out all of those if you want.
Oh yeah, can we
go check out our website?
Wait. One more thing. Sorry, Merlin's death.
Oh shit! Yeah,
we should probably talk about that.
Merlin's death was absolutely perfect. I absolutely loved it. It's probably my favorite scene in the movie, and the only earned death in the movie.
I should have saw that coming. I didn't.
I should have, because like bagpipes, the way the movie started, it's just like someone's probably.
Well, him being like, I just want to be on the field, and
also like my favorite songs, John Denver.
Country Road.
And also like, but he looked pretty sick in that suit, dude. Though.
To the place.
What do you mean?
Like, he looked nice in that suit. Like, it was a nice suit.
Well, fuck yeah, he did.
Yeah, he looked good.
He'd be Matthew Vaughn's Lex Luthor if Jesse Eisenberg didn't exist.
Yeah.
Kingsman is the second movie this year with Channing Tatum that features a scene with country roads that has almost made me cry.
Yeah, and then Alien Covenant uses it for a stupid reason, but like John Denver is the shit, man.
What did Alien Covenant use it on?
They used it because they heard John Denver on a planet, so they were just like, let's go there.
Oh.
It's 2056, man. It's 2156 or some shit. Like, that's a 200-year-old song. And like it's on a desolate alien planet. You're not gonna like raise some fucking eyebrows at that?
I never thought about that. But yeah, Merlin's death was absolutely perfect, and him singing "Country Roads" was the most beautiful.
And I like how he's just ever. Like he's just accepting, like his eyes are like getting red and shit, and he's just like I'm still going out like a fucking champ.
I love it. Yeah. Anyways, what did you guys think of Kingsman? Did you like it, TJ? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe. Check out all our other videos.
You like it better than the horrible ending of the first one?
Oh, you can check out our playlist that I have now sorted out. It has our reviews, our commentaries, and stuff. Make sure you check out our website, tillthelastcredit.com. Make sure you check out our Twitter at tillthelastcred. We're going to be doing a lot of giveaways soon for digital copies of movies and TV shows, so make sure you stay tuned for that. With all that being said, it's Till the Last Credit, signing off.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, take me home, country road. Alright, we're done.